Hi, I'm Brittney Dietz with The Statesman, and today we're going around Stony Brook campus and seeing students' take on diversity. What does diversity mean to you?
Diversity means representation in all different aspects of life.
Celebrate differences between human beings.
Having a very broad span of the type of people that are here, where they're from, their beliefs.
All different faces bringing all different perspectives.
Diversity means like unity and strength.
And what is your ethnicity?
I'm Chinese.
I'm Ecuadorian.
I'm Indian.
I'm Bengali.
What is a tradition or a meal that you miss from home that you don't have here?
I miss having dim sum with my family. It was something we'd always go to on the weekends. And I like that the tables are circular and we share all the dishes together. So no one gets their own individual meal, but it's the feeling of sharing that culture with everyone.
How do you feel about the way that Stony Brook deals with diversity on campus?
I feel like we have a very diverse culture here at Stony Brook, and then Bengali culture in general is very detailed, so I like that.
I come from East Hampton, which is a very dominantly white area, and it was basically just Hispanics and white people. And then coming from there and coming over here, I feel like there's a lot of diversity.
I think that Stony Brook really embraces everyone's diversity. There's many different clubs that celebrate people's differences, as well as larger events. They host many different events at the Union or Wang Center.
Probably one of the most diverse campuses in the U.S.
You know, we have the UNCI Cultural Center and all those things. I do think I can see an effort being made to bring that in.
Has the color of your skin impacted the way you're treated on campus?
Everyone, for the most part, has been very warm to me. I say hi, hello. They say hi, hello back. You know, we talk, we have a good time. I've been very respected, despite the color of my skin.
I guess in a couple ways it probably has. I'm not really aware of the ways that it might have affected me, but I think it might have.
Professionally, I haven't seen anything like that among my professors or just in any extracurriculars or anything like that, but personally, sometimes I have. I think it mainly has to do with colorism. Yeah, with colorism, not necessarily that I'm Hispanic. So when I talk about it with people of my color, they understand it. But if I talk about it with people of my ethnicity, but of a lighter color, it's different.
By representation on campus, we do have lots of clubs, right? That are for the Turkish club, right? I'm a big goer of that. I'm not even Turkish. I just like going.
Do you feel that your ethnicity is properly represented on campus?
I think for sure. For myself personally, since I'm Chinese, I know there's the Wang Center here, which is actually my favorite spot on campus. And it really celebrates the Chinese or the Asian culture, and they even have events for that. They recently had a tangyuan event where people make those Chinese dumplings for dessert, and I think that's really cool that they actually look so deeply into our cultures and how to integrate that into our campus.
I hope so, honestly. I really want to know. I know there is a Bengalis Unite Club, which I think they tried their absolute hardest to represent Bengali people on campus.
Do you think there are biases with certain ethnic groups on campus?
Not that I've seen. I've noticed all different colors and different types of people here, so I think we're all pretty equally represented.
I would probably say yes, but that's only because there's not an equal representation of each group. There are some groups where there aren't as many people as others, so I think that's understandable.
Being Hispanic, I feel like a lot of people, they go into cliques and stuff, especially in college, because nobody knows anyone, and the only feature of similarity is your ethnicity.
And is there any way you think that Stony Brook can become a more inclusive campus?
Always. I think there's always room for opportunity. There's always room to improving.
I think it is up to student responsibility to, foster that diversity on campus.
I really didn't have any professors of color. I really don't see many now here, so I guess that's what Stony Brook could work on.
The way they try to look for feedback through emails, I think, is not the best way. I think it's rather having a dialogue, what you're doing today with me today, and just getting the feedback through that way.
Is there anything you want to spread awareness about your culture?
I think that for the Asian community, we've come a really long way, right? We weren't represented a lot in the past, and especially with the whole COVID pandemic, maybe that's brought our image down or created negative representation of us, which is not true. But I've seen a lot of support groups for us that weren't Asian or were Asian, which I think is really great because we're all in this together, right?
If you're interested in Bengali culture, please hit anyone up. If you have a Bengali friend, if you know anyone that is Bengali, if you're interested about that culture, please do.
I think a huge thing in Latin American Latin society that doesn't transfer over here into America is how like we're all super different.
2/3 of all Indians are Hindu. So I definitely like a bit more of like a, I guess, Diwali presence on campus.
I feel like we're very clumped, and it's all just like, oh, South America, oh, Latin America, we're all the same, like people, and I don't really like that aspect, and so I think I would just really emphasize to people that we're all very different.
Well, you heard it from them first. Stony Brook has a lot to work on when it comes to diversity, but we're making better improvements for a more inclusive campus every day.